Listen to me now. Gonna say it loud. Don't get it twisted what we're talking about. Yeah.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wesley of Wesley's Beats and Wesley's Beats Radio. And today we're continuing our conversation on people who have children and people who do not have children. So today we're talking to Charles. Charles, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, and you? Of
I'm good. I'm good. Man, I appreciate you taking your time to sit down and have a conversation with me.
course, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, yes. Charles, how old are you?
I'm currently 22 years old.
22 years old. Okay. So do you have children?
No, sir, I do not.
You don't have any children. Okay. Um, well, give me a reason. I mean, I know at 22 years old, there's a lot of people that already have children.
Yeah.
So give me your reasoning for not having children.
I personally feel like I'm just not ready at the moment.
Okay.
Recently just graduated college at the University of Mary Lee Shore. So I definitely didn't want to have that, not burden, because children aren't burden, but that type of lifestyle while going through college. So for me, it was just a timing thing.
A timing thing. Okay. Yeah. Because having a child is a lot of responsibility
Mhm.
and it takes away from your freedom a lot,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
whole lot. Yeah. Okay. So that's good that you have the plan. It's not like you just running wild. You have a plan for
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
you know. So do you plan to have children or you just don't want to have any at all?
I definitely do want to have children. Definitely.
Okay.
Sure. Uh, Probably like two or three. Nothing too crazy, but I definitely do want to have children sometime.
Right. Okay. Okay. So what is your interaction with children? Do you have cousins or nieces, nephews, or something like that that you interact with?
Yeah, I have a lot of nieces. I have one nephew, a couple of different cousins, and it's the interaction is cool. I'm definitely a children type of person. Um,
Right.
the interaction is very good. We always have fun together. They use me as like a jungle gym most of the time, so it gets worn down a little bit, but
Right.
definitely
Right.
interaction. They look up to me as a role model within the family as well. So just a lot of different things that just help them out as a young child. They're
Hmm.
definitely
That's
good.
all. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. You can be a role model. You can be around the children
Mhm.
and you can give them back when it's time to give them
Yeah,
back.
sure.
So yeah, because when you have your own, there's no giving them back. You
But
know what I
no,
mean?
no,
That's from the cradle to the grave. That's what
yeah,
that is.
yeah,
And it is a big responsibility. It's extremely expensive, and you have to look at it like I have to nurture this person,
mhm,
into being a upstanding adult.
yeah, yeah,
So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on your part. So that's a really good um, assessment of life, really, to know where you are, what you want to do before you actually start a family.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hmm. So, is there anything like if you were talking to a 14, 15, 16-year old, what would you tell them about having children?
Definitely, I suggest having children. Obviously, I haven't had any children yet, but I do suggest having children. I feel like that's one thing that's like it's only something that a parent could really feel. I feel like that's also another thing that you can look forward to in life.
Right.
A lot of different positives coming from that, but definitely make sure that you know about life because parenting is about, like you said, nurturing as well as teaching them about the world that they are coming into. Um,
Uh-huh.
just making sure that you are financially ready for
Right.
a child or for children, because that definitely can get a lot of people. And I've heard a bunch of stories about the financial side of things with having a child, and then just making sure that you're mentally ready. Ready. Those are the three biggest things that I've been taught about having children growing up. Those are things that I've heard from different people about having children. People that have had five, six children, they all kind of say the same thing. So those are the three biggest things. Know about life, having a good financial status prior to having a child, and then just making sure that you are mentally ready to have that responsibility.
Yeah, it is because it's a lifelong responsibility. And I think a lot of times people they don't plan for a family. I think a lot of times it boils down to, okay, I want to have sex with you, you
Hmm.
know, and then you have sex with them, and then before you know it, the woman is pregnant,
Yeah,
and now you're a father, or on the female side, you're a mother, but that wasn't even
it wasn't
what you were what you were
a
after,
plan. Yeah.
and then it becomes a struggle, and then a lot of times you're like, well, I didn't even really like the person like that. I wasn't thinking on those lines.
Hmm.
So the fact that you're 22 and you're thinking on those lines, it's that's really upstanding on your part,
Yeah, for
to
sure.
think about it, and know what you want to do, because there's a lot of things in life, that you can do. And when you don't have children, it you're free. You're
Yeah,
free to roam the country. You can go and come and go as you please.
yeah.
But having a child, once you have a child, and even before, because you got to prepare for the child to come,
Hmm.
so it just kind of it stops everything that you're doing, and you kind of have to take away everything from yourself and give to the child.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely,
That's
definitely.
kind of why I said for me, it's just a time thing. I know different people may have different reasons why, but for me specifically,
Sure.
it definitely is a timing thing. Like I said, I do want to be prepared for it. I want to plan for it. So that
Mm-hmm.
not only am I struggling trying to get myself ready for a child that I already have, but be ready to, like I said, nurture the child and make sure
Right.
the child is growing up in the way that a child should go.
Uh-huh.
I don't want
Exactly.
a child to start his life in a struggle situation as well. So definitely a timing thing. If I'm not prepared for it, I don't plan on trying to get a baby to come or
Yeah.
any children to come.
Yeah, exactly. If you got to be ready, and parenting, there's no playbook. There's no book. Parenting is day by day, and things change. They change really fast. They change every day. They change as the child grows, as the child gets older. You have different things to deal with, so you got to really be mentally ready. And if you're struggling from the beginning,
Hmm.
then you bring a child into the world in a struggle, already in a struggle, you
Yeah.
know, and it's not the child's fault. So
Mm.
I commend you on the way you're thinking, and how you're looking at going about doing things.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, look, I thank you for taking the time to spend with me and share your information, share your knowledge on reasonings why, or the position that you're in,
Hmm.
right now. It's a great position to be in, and continue to follow that path, and make it easier for yourself and make it easier for your child or your children.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a pleasure being here. I appreciate it once again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me now. Gonna say it loud. Don't get it twisted what we're talking about. Listen to me now. Gonna say it loud. Don't get it twisted what we're talking about. Yeah.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Real Talk with Charles. And today we're going to be talking about parenthood. And I have a special guest on today, uh, Kim. Kim, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm just fine. At first, I want to thank you for taking your time to sit down and talk to me and have a conversation and share your thoughts and ideas with the audience.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk.
Okay, so we're talking about parenthood. So the first question is, um, how old were you when you had your first child?
Oh,
Okay.
No, I was 26. Yes.
26. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now, when you first found out that you were pregnant, what was the feeling? What were the thoughts that went through your head?
Um, I was nervous. I
Uh-huh.
was terrified. I questioned myself like you can't be. I was shocked. I'm not even gonna lie, I was shocked. Um, and just nervous, like very nervous. It took a while to set in. It took
Okay.
a while. I was a little taken aback and very like terrified, even at
Hmm.
the age I was. Yes.
Right. Because I mean, you got to realize that you are not, you kind of have to give up a whole lot, and it's not just you anymore,
Right.
even from inception, your body changes, your thoughts change, everything changes. So
Yeah.
then one day you have a baby, a baby that you have to take
Right.
care of, a baby that
Right.
you got to nurture, and it can be a bit
Right.
overwhelming at times, to have that
Yes.
extra responsibility. Um,
Yes.
so coming home with the baby, um, what what changes did that make in your life?
Oh, everything changed once
Yep.
the baby came home. I remember I was engaged to my first child's well, all my kids are by the same person, but I was engaged at the time to my kid's father, and it was just um he was working third shift. I was at home with a new baby.
Mm-hmm.
And my point is saying that we were trying to get all of our family together. So we actually got married 4 days before our daughter was born. So I was a
Okay.
new wife. I was a new wife and a new mom in a matter of 4 days within a
Yeah.
week. So it was a huge transition for me. I didn't sleep very well. Watched my daughter like the entire time. Any little noise she made, I was
Hmm.
up. It was just, but it was beautiful at the same time. Like it was an instant relief, like, or it hit me like I'm a mom now. Like I have somebody to be responsible for. So it was scary. It was
Hmm.
overwhelming. But once I seen that pretty little face
Uh-huh.
and knew that, she was a part of me, and I just the responsibility just came. Like it
Right.
was just, you just want to do the right thing. You want to do everything right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And it is a big responsibility. But like you said, that's a part of you, you know?
Yeah, and even at 27, I
And
wasn't. It took me a minute to get myself together, but
uh-huh. Hmm. Okay, so then you had a second child. Okay.
yes, 4 years later.
4 years later. Okay. So you had one that was kind of doing the little stuff for itself and then uh
Yeah,
another newborn. So was
yes,
it easier the second time raising a new no? No.
it was
Okay.
not. It was not easier because with my second daughter, I went through postpartum depression.
Okay.
So it took me a while to get that connection with her.
Right.
Um, So it took a little longer. Now, as they progressed in age, it became a lot easier because my oldest daughter was like the big helper. She was definitely a big sister. She always wanted to, feed and help and
Right.
breathe
Uh-huh.
sister and with her. So that part was like amazing to watch them, you know, siblings and grow up together. That part was amazing because I was the only child until I was almost 17. So I never had that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was yeah. Then it got easier. Once we got out of the diapers, then it got much easier.
Right, right. Okay, so then it was what, 8 years later? You-
9 years later,
9 years later, you had enough. Okay. Okay.
yes, 9 years later. So I had a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old when my son was born.
Was born. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
My
let
girls
me
were 13 and 9.
okay. So now you had two helpers. with the you had two helpers then. So
Yeah, somewhat, because they were at that age where they were, starting to get involved in extracurricular activities at school. My middle girl was into modeling. So they
okay,
had busy schedules, but they did help a lot. They
yeah,
really did assist a
okay,
lot.
okay. So now, um, through all of those years,
Mhm.
was the father as engaged as you were?
With the first child, yes. The second two, no,
No.
not as no.
Okay, okay.
We were
Um,
married. We were married, so
uh-huh.
but
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Um, and I asked that because usually, having two girls and then having a boy, it seemed
Mhm.
like he would be more engaged with the boy, you know.
Well, that's what
I mean,
that's what I was under the impression it would be, and I was told by him that, oh, once he starts walking, he'll be with me all the time. And
right.
he's been walking 8.5 years now. So,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes words are just words, you know. Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. But so overall, tell me what that experience is because I know for me, it was a lot of work. I mean, it was a lot of work. You have to give up a lot of what you want to do,
Mhm.
to raise kids. But then I was able to incorporate them in what I did, or
Right.
incorporate me in what they did. So there was things that
Right.
when what used to be my time to myself was now their time in the things that they wanted to do, you know. But I
Yeah.
just kind of had to find a balance of, okay, you guys, let's go. This is what I want to do today. Let's go do this, or
Right.
and then it was even having, because I have two boys, two girls, so
Okay.
the boys have the day, all day. This
Hmm.
is your day. What do you want to do? Then the girls have their day, and then each one individually have their own day, you know.
Right. Right. Yes.
So that left me kind of no time for just my day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just now getting a little bit of time now.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. As they
Yeah.
get older, it gets a little better because, like you say, they have their own agenda. They're doing their own thing.
Right.
It's getting them to and from, and some other stuff that comes along with that. But what is it? Is it how has it been? Do you love being a mother? Do you
I
love having a
absolutely
family?
I absolutely love being a mom. I
Okay.
absolutely love I'm a family person.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for I don't know about that last one. Like I said, he snuck by. Last one, he's like three boys in one, but
Yeah.
raising my oh, it was I mean, I barely had any issues with them. Like
Uh-huh.
every now and then they would act up at school, but we were like the three musketeers, So I really, really it was a pleasure to watch them grow up. My son, it's different. It's a different time. Boys are totally different than girls.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and and I had him at almost 40. So I
Uh-huh.
was, slowing down, the things were just different. It was just different. But he gave me the second win. Like when he was born, I think he was about 6 or 7 months. I went back to school and got my degree. So I was raising
Hmm.
a baby and getting my bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
He just gave me, more more reason to do more. So, but it's been a pleasure. I wouldn't trade it. If I had a husband, a real partner, I would have probably had like 6 or 8 kids
Oh
total.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I would have
Okay.
definitely had more kids.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. If I had a really supportive partner and, we worked as a team, yeah, I would have had I wanted 6 kids when I was growing up as a
Uh-huh.
single as a only child. So I always wanted a big
A
family.
big family. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's a pleasure to raise kids. And now, I mean, mine is at that age where you teach them, throughout the years. And I have a 22-year-old, so talking to him is like talking to myself. The things that I taught him are now the things that he's saying to me. You know what I mean? So it's just like having a
Yeah.
conversation with myself.
Yeah, with my oldest daughter, yes, and our
Yeah.
kids are the same. Our oldest are the same age, so
Uh-huh. Yeah. So it is a pleasure. But I'm gonna ask you, well, I was gonna ask you if you had it to do all over again, would you? But you said you wanted like 6 kids, so that
oh
answer is
yes,
yes.
oh yes, I would have definitely yes.
Right, right.
I think I would have started a little later though in life.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have had kids in my 20s. I think I would have waited to like maybe another 8 or 10 years, like 35, and then
Yeah,
pop them all out like back like stair steps.
yeah. Because mine, I was 42 when my son was
Oh,
born.
okay.
And what you said,
Mhm.
well, see, I was more stable. I was more
Right. Yeah.
stable. I was more settled, so.
Yeah.
And just like you said, he gave me like a second win. It was like a new me all over again, with him growing
Mhm.
up. And then I got to go out and play baseball. I got to go out and play basketball. So he just gave me a
Right.
whole new life.
Yeah.
Um, but it's been a pleasure. I mean, at one point, by the time he turned 15, 16, I'm like, okay, now well, hold on. Okay. So
Right.
we
Yeah.
got,
Come
we
on.
can look, I can't keep running up and down this basketball court with you like this. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna turn this over to your friends. You run with them, and I'll
Right.
sit back and
Right.
I'll watch you. But so it seems like you really enjoy, having a family.
I do.
Really. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. And I think it's a wonderful thing. I would say myself. I also would say, to wait until you're older,
Mhm.
to have kids because you got to teach them. You got to instill in them so many different things. And
Right.
you have to teach them what's right. And
Mhm.
so what you're teaching them has to be more powerful than what they're hearing on the streets, in class, in the videos, on TV. It's got to outweigh all the other stuff that they're hearing and that they're seeing. So
True.
in itself is a challenge. That
It
definitely is
is.
a challenge. Yeah.
It is, especially with the younger generation.
Hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
challenge.
So if you were talking to 15, 16, 17-year olds, um, what advice would you give them about parenting or having kids, not having kids, waiting to have kids? What advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to grow themselves first. Learn as much as you can about yourself and your life. Uh, I would encourage them to wait
Hmm.
uh, in years, 35, even 40. I have a lot of friends that waited until they were like 40 plus to have their first kid.
Right.
So I would encourage, the younger generation to explore life and find out everything you're curious about.
Right.
Do all of that first
Uh-huh.
before you bring a child into the world. I'm not knocking, you can still go to school, you can still, but it's so much harder when you have to take care of another person.
Right.
It can be done.
Hmm.
It can be done, but it's so much harder. So I would encourage them to just love on themselves, figure out themselves, uh, really have a foundation in friendship with the opposite sex before you even, consider that. And take your time. Wait. I would encourage them to wait.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Enjoy your 20s, enjoy, your mid 30s, and find you a good partner. And then, boom.
Hmm. Yeah. You have to have a partner that is on the same level as you. You guys
Yeah.
want that. You need to have to want the same things.
Hmm.
Um,
You
and
need that balance,
yes, yes.
so.
And a lot of times, kids, they just want to have sex. you know,
Mhm.
so they have sex and then they realize that, okay, now I'm a parent.
Yeah.
And then you realize that's not what I set out to
We
do,
had to
to
go
be.
have a little
You, you
fun,
know,
right?
right. I was just having fun. Yeah. And then you look at the partner and it's like, is this the person I really want to
Right.
co-parent with? You know, and
Right.
it makes it really hard. So, I'm like you know, wait, enjoy life, get to know yourself, learn some stuff, travel, do the things that you want to do,
Yeah.
and in each stage, you're going to want to do different things. So,
True.
just wait, It's
Mhm.
no rush. It's really no rush, but you want to
No.
be able to take a child, bring a child into the world, and you have to make them productive citizens of the world. So
Yes.
if you don't know how to be a productive citizen, then you cannot teach nobody how to be a productive citizen.
Say that again.
So,
Say that
so
again.
and that takes time. It
Yeah, it
takes time.
does.
It takes a lot of life lessons. So
Yeah.
go through all of that first, and it'll be much easier when you do have a child. Your mind will be more stable when you have a
Right.
child. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, Kimmy. Well, it's been a pleasure. It's always a
All
pleasure
right.
talking to you. I want to thank you again for coming and sitting down and having a conversation with me, and sharing your thoughts and your ideas.
Wesley, I appreciate you. Anytime you need me to do anything, it's always yes. So you just call me whenever, okay?
Okay, I sure will.
I
All right.
appreciate you, dear.
I appreciate you too. And you have a good night. We'll be talking again soon, okay?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. You take it
Okay.
easy, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
And stay handsome.
Oh,
Gosh,
I'm gonna try. I would try.
your skin looks so pretty.
All
All
right,
right,
thank you.
dear.
We'll see you.
See you soon.
All
Bye.
right, bye-bye.
Listen to me now. Gonna say it loud. Don't get it twisted what we're talking about.